Hi guys, it's Wendy with Ask the Landlady. I'm here with all the tips and tricks today about never buying timeshare. Check out my book on Amazon. If you're in the timeshare market, you know how crazy it is. If you're trying to get into it, don't get into it. And I can tell you all why about it in my book. But today, I'm going to talk about something that has kind of evolved over time, and that's the new timeshare trap about points-based programs and how they fare up against fixed weeks. Because a lot of people, and I hear this from people who are going to these timeshare talks or at these timeshare resorts when I travel there, there's people always out by the pool saying, oh, they wanted me to turn my deed in and get a points-based system. And I'm like, no, 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 don't do it. No, 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 they're never better. And today, that's what we're going to talk about, because that sales pitch has changed. They're still lying to you. You know, those salespeople are allowed to lie, right? They have the license to lie. It's only what matters what's in your contract. So let's delve into it. It's a much more sophisticated trap than you think. So for most of timeshare's history, like way back when, like if your parents owned one, grandparents, whatever, they would buy a week, say at Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and they got a fixed week 24. Every year, week 24, they got to go there. They knew exactly what they were getting. It was inflexible, but they knew what they had. Every year, week 24, they go. If they couldn't go, there was somehow some kids got something, somebody's sick, whatever, they'd try to sell it or give it away or whatever. They just, that's what happened. Week 24. So then it came out that, the industry is always looking to make more money. They always try to frame it as, well, we noticed you guys were unhappy. You wanted more flexibility. You wanted to be able to go different places and maybe go week 27 instead of 24. So we're going to do flex rate. And they tried that for a while. And then they said, now, wait a minute. When we sell timeshare at this place in Orlando, there's only 52 weeks. We can only sell it 52 times, that one unit. We could totally oversell it with points, and then people could fight for it. They could call in and try to fight for it and not even get it, but we still have their money. That's what the timeshare industry is doing with points-based systems. Do not give up your deeded week. Don't do it, because once you do the points, you are delving into a whole nother reality. So let's get into that. First of all, when you have points, good luck trying to book that. Booking windows open and close in mere minutes. Popular destinations, like I'm looking at you, Hawaii, and any kind of beach place, Hilton Head, they have such rare places right on the beach. During those peak travel times, they're gone almost instantly. As soon as the booking window opens, June, July, August, gone, 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 gone. Because members with more points have more clout than you. So they can go in May with all their points and book it through May, June, July, August. And then they can sell them off for exorbitant prices or rent them out or go themselves or do whatever. And you, as just a moderate price point person, is going to be out of luck. Boo. So you're going to consistently lose out on inventory when you make that change from a deeded week to points-based. Okay. Especially since if it's just one property, there's no way they can give you the clout and points that you're going to need to beat out those other investors. Not investors, timeshare victims. That's what I'm going to call them, because there's no investment here. There's no asset. Okay. But you're not going to be able to beat them out. Second, the exchange systems come with new fees, right? The timeshare industry doesn't do anything that doesn't come out with more money in their pocket, right? You want to trade your home resort for something else? Sure. There's a fee for that. You want to use RCI or Enroll International to make that change and look all over the world. There's all these great places. There's a fee for that. There's even an enrollment fee and an annual fee. Per points, if you got to buy more points, there's a fee. Per trade fee, more. You thought maintenance fees were it? No. So that suddenly that timeshare that you paid for $23,000 or whenever you first bought it, and then every year you're paying $1,200 in maintenance fees on it. But then they're like, oh, but if you trade it in, you don't have to be stuck by Orlando. You could go to California. And you're like, great, I'll do that. And then fee. And then you look it all up on Red Week and you're like, dang, I could have rented that place cheaper. That's dumb. Yes. Never buy timeshare. But if you have that deeded week, don't turn it in for points, because, like I said, number one, you can't compete in that booking system. Number two, new fees. Number three, the value of the points is not fixed, right? They can change it whenever they want, and they do it all the time. So suddenly you want to get in Hilton Head and they say, that costs 5,000 points. Let's trade this in. You're going to get 5,000 points. Well, next year, guess what? Might be 6,000 points. Suddenly you don't have enough to get in there, or 7,000 or 8,000. There is a board there that you are not on, by the way. They don't ask your permission, and they're making these changes. So they can suddenly change that. You don't get a vote. Okay, that's reason 3. Don't do it. Number 4, this is an important one too. Many people discover that this flexible travel that they were promised is just worthless. There's no value. Okay, the number 1 selling point they gave you is a lie. It's not more flexible. It's actually less flexible. Week 24 is looking pretty good when you have no week, or you have a week that you can't use because it's right when your kids are in school or whatever. It's not more flexible. It's worthless. Okay, I've heard of so many people 45 minutes on hold trying to like change this around, get this around, just out of luck. You're paying all this money and you get nothing out of it. You get less than when you kept your deeded week. So never turn in a deeded week. Okay, that's the number 1 thing I gotta say there. Because say what you will about timeshare, at least with the old school fixed week timeshare, you actually got a deed, a recorded deed that's transferable, theoretically sellable, even if the resale market is terrible. There was an actual deed. Points based, you're buying air. You're buying nothing. You're buying the hope of a vacation. And your contract's going to have all this stuff in there, and they're like, yeah, it's more flexible. Yeah, 5,000 points to get in. You're just going to call in. You're going to say, hey, I want this week, and you're going to get it. Check out the reality of it. Go to the website. See what people are saying about it. It's not like that at all. It is hard work trying to get this. You want to work hard for your vacation? You already work hard for your vacation. Save your money on timeshare. If you're paying for it now, get out right now and take all that money that you would normally do for your maintenance fees and all that stuff, invest it, and go to Red Week. I know why you go. I know why you do the timeshare. I love the timeshare resorts too. They're beautiful. They have everything you need. They have the pools. They have access to the beach. They have concierge people. They have great amenities. They have kitchens. So switch to Airbnb or go to the resort, but rent it out through Red Week from some other schmuck that's still paying their maintenance fees, right? Or those guys that, the Marriott guys that like book the whole year and then they sell them on Red Week because they can. Whatever. Do that. You're going to come out so much further ahead. So here's the landlady's take on all this. The points system was sold to consumers as a good thing. Like, this is going to make your life better, but it's actually turned out worse. So if you have a deeded week, parents have a deeded week, don't drink the Kool-Aid and don't turn it in for that. Okay? Instead, I would use it as a little buying tool to get out of it, get out of that timeshare and move on to some other market model. But I'll tell you more about that in my book. Check that out and shoot me a little comment if that's something you're dealing with right now about the deeded weeks versus the points. So anyway, hit subscribe, shoot me a comment. As always, it's great here talking about timeshare and telling you not to do it. And if you are in it, we're all in this together, right? There's good points, there's bad points, but this is definitely one of the negatives I don't want you to do. I don't want you to jump from deeds to points. Thank you. Hope you have a great day.